Hello everyone, welcome to my another video. So in this video, I'm going to discuss physiology of eye and physiology of sight with you. And I hope এই ভিডিওটো চোৱাৰ পিছত আপোনালোকে অলপ হলেও বুজিব পাৰিব। তেন্তে ঠিক আছে, আজি এই ভিডিওটো আৰম্ভ কৰোঁ। So guys, today we'll discuss about the physiology of eye. Okay, so we already discussed about the parts of the eye. So there is a part called retina, and that retina used to compose of two types of cells. Mane retina দুই ধৰণৰ cells পোৱা যায়. So first one is rods and another one is cones. So there is about 10 million rod cells in our eye, and these rod cells used to exist on the periphery of the eye. So these rods used to work in dim lights. And second one is cones. So cones also, there is 5 million cone cells in our eye, and these cones used to exist on the center of the retina, and these cone cells used to work in bright lights. Okay, so after that we'll discuss about the visual cycle. So that visual cycle is also known as rhodopsin cycle, and it was explained by George Wald. So this rhodopsin is used to consist of 11 crisp retinal opsin. So how this used to compose? So when photon or light will enter to our eyes, this rhodopsin used to convert into all trans retinal with the help of enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase. Okay, so with the help of this enzyme, this all trans retinal will convert into all trans retinal. So remember the difference between retinal and retinol. So after that, this all trans retinal will convert into 11 cis retinal. So how it will convert? It will convert with the help of isomerase. So after that, this 11 cis retinal will convert into 11 cis retinal. Okay, this 11 cis retinol will convert into 11 cis retinal again with the same enzyme, that is enzyme alcohol dehydrogenase. Okay, so after that it will go to rhodopsin. So this is a rhodopsin cycle. So I hope you have understood the rhodopsin cycle, and if you have any doubt then you can ask me. So now secondly we'll discuss about the physiology of sight. So already many of you know that light used to travel 3 lakh km per second, and light is reflected into the eyes by object within field of vision. So whatever field of vision will see, that vision will reflect the lights to our eyes. Then white light is combination of all the colors of the visual spectrum, that all colors also we call this rainbow color, that is red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. So these things I will show you in an image. So here you can see this is a glass prism, and this is beam of white light. So that used to bend, and it used to spread out in these colors: red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. Okay, so now we'll discuss about the electromagnetic spectrum. So electromagnetic spectrum is a broad spectrum, but only a small part is visible to the human eye. So there, beyond the long end, there will be infrared waves, microwaves and radio waves, and in the beyond the short end there will be UV rays, then X-rays and gamma rays. So this figure already we have discussed before also, so from there also you can see it again. Okay, then after that A specific color is perceived when only one wavelength is reflected by the object and all the others are absorbed. So how can we perceive only one color? So how we will perceive when all the wavelength or when all the wavelengths of others color will absorb, only one wavelength will be remain, and that wavelength we can perceive through our eyes. For example, an object appears red when only the red wavelength is reflected. That means that red color object we can see red when other wavelengths will absorb and only that red color wavelength will reflected. Objects appear white when all wavelengths are reflected. And how can we see the white color? When all the colors wavelength will reflected. And when black color we can see when they all are absorbed. Okay, আৰু এবাৰ মই কৈ দিছোঁ, যেতিয়া এটা wavelength reflect হ'ব আৰু বাকিবোৰ wavelength absorb হ'ব, তেতিয়া আমি সেই অবজেক্টটো red দেখিম। আৰু white কেতিয়া দেখিম? যেতিয়া গোটেইবোৰ wavelength reflect হ'ব, absorb নহ'ব। আৰু black আমি তেতিয়া দেখিম যেতিয়া গোটেইবোৰ wavelength absorbed হ'ব। So I hope you have understood. So in order to achieve clear vision, light reflected from object within the visual field is focused on the retina of each eye. So at a clear vision দেখিবৰ বাবে যিবোৰ লাইট ৰিফ্লেক্টেড হৈ থাকিব, সেই গোটেইখিনি লাইট ৰিফ্লেকশ্যনে আমাৰ যিটো ভিজুৱেল ফিল্ড থাকিব তাত ফ'কাছ কৰিব, দুইটা চকুৰে ভিজুৱেল ফিল্ডত ফ'কাছ কৰিব। So the process involved in producing clear image are refraction of the light rays. So clear image দেখাৰ যিটো process হয় সেইটো কেনেকৈ produce হ'ব? যেতিয়া light raysবোৰ refraction হ'ব। Then changing of the pupils and accommodation. So image to form হ'বৰ বাবে আমাৰ pupilৰ যিটো size থাকে সেইটো change হ'ব আৰু accommodation to change হৈ থাকিব। Accommodation means it is the adjustment of the lens for near vision. ওচৰৰ বস্তুটো চাবলৈ যেতিয়া আমাৰ লেন্সখন adjust কৰে সেইটো accommodation বুলি কোৱা হয়। Although this may be considered as separate process, effective vision is depend on their coordination. যিহেতু প্ৰত্যেকটো কাম সেপাৰেট হয়, তথাপিও এটা ভালদৰে ইমেজ দেখিবৰ বাবে সেই বস্তুটো ডিপেণ্ড কৰিব কোঅৰ্ডিনেশ্যনৰ ওপৰত। So I hope you have understood these things. Now we'll discuss about the dark adaptation. So what is dark adaptation? When we expose to bright light, the rhodopsin within sensitive rods is completely degraded. So this will not significant until the individual moves into a darkened area. That means when we'll expose to a bright light, after going from a dark light, we'll not able to form the image in our retina. So where the light intensity is insufficient to stimulate cones and temporary visual impairment results, the rhodopsin is bring generation within the rods, that is dark adaptation. So for example, যেতিয়া আমি বহুত সময়লৈকে মুভি হলত থাকোঁ, তেতিয়া ভিতৰৰ পৰা যেতিয়া আমি বাহিৰলৈ ওলাই আহোঁ, অলপ সময়ৰ বাবে আমাৰ চকুৰে ইমেজটো ফৰ্ম কৰিব নোৱাৰে। যেতিয়া আমি আকৌ লাহে লাহে এটা ডাৰ্ক এৰিয়াত যাওঁ, চকু মুদি দিওঁ, তাৰপিছতহে লাহে লাহে ইমেজটো ফৰ্ম কৰিব পাৰে। চ' সেইটো হৈছে এটা এক্সাম্পল ডাৰ্ক এডাপ্টেশ্যনৰ। নেক্সট আহিলে binocular vision. So that binocular vision is also called stereoscopic vision enables. That means that stereoscopic vision enables means our eyes used to enable the three-dimensional views through our each eye. the image from the two eyes are fused in the cerebrum. So we used to see the images from our both eyes, and that image used to fuse in the cerebrum. So cerebrum is the part of the brain that is responsible for initiation and coordination of voluntary activity. So whatever voluntary activity our body used to function, that everything is controlled and initiated by the cerebrum. So that is only one image is perceived. So when that initiation or coordination will perform by the cerebrum, will perceive a single image. So it provides much more accurate assessment of one object relative to another. For example, distance, depth, height, weight. So when this cerebrum will perceive the image, it will help us to assess accurately about the distance, then depth, height, and weight. That means the binocular vision used to help us to assess all these things. Then people with monocular vision maybe find it difficult to assess the things accurately. For example, to judge the speed and distance of an approaching vehicle. So this is the difference between the binocular vision and monocular vision, and I hope you have understood these things. So guys, thank you very much for watching these videos, and I hope আপোনালোকে অলপ বুজি পালে। সো আগলৈ এনেকুৱা ভিডিঅ' চাই থাকিবৰ বাবে মোৰ এই চেনেলটো সাবস্ক্ৰাইব কৰি দিব আৰু লগতে লাইক দিব আৰু কমেন্ট কৰি দিব। থ্যাংক ইউ ভেৰি মাচ।